Well, it's finally time for the Robot Damashii Wing Gundam Zero review, and I cannot be happier. This guy came in a few days ago, and I've had enough time to check him over and really know what I'm talking about when I show you guys this figure. And let me just say that this review is going to be in two parts, so you guys are going to be enjoying the figure in its Gundam form, and then part two will be showing it off in its Neo Bird form. So let's start things off, and I know you guys are excited to see this guy, and show off the figure's articulation. I just took the wings off so I can show this figure off without being hindered by the wings hitting the background. So starting things off, we're going to go from the bottom up, and of course, like all Robot Damashis, you get ball jointed feet, and articulation is a little stiff, but they do go back and forth like this. You're going to get a little bit of articulation in the toes, that much, then go bend up that high. Skirt armor ball jointed up in the front, so this guy can move all sorts of directions. In the back you get this little flip that goes outward. Knees are double jointed, they can bend that much, and the leg can go up that high. The skirt armor is actually all separated except for the back, so there's no limit to your range of motion there. The leg at the hip inside can move all sorts of different directions, so you can actually get this guy doing a pretty good Indian style sitting. Moving up, we're going to go to the arms. Of course, you get ball jointed hands, so there's no change there. Double jointed elbows, and they can bend that much, not bad. And the shoulders, of course, you can do 360 even with the wings on. You just have to move them out of the way. They can move up and down that much. The arms can move up a little bit. In fact, they can go up that high. You just have to bend the shoulder armor a little bit. They can actually pop out as well a little bit. And there you see it right there. That part pops out. And then can pop right back in. Of course, you get this little flap, little wing vent, I guess, moving outward. The torso can bend at the bottom of the blue part right here. So you got that much bend in the stomach, and then in the lower portion of that torso, it's also ball jointed and can move pretty well. Can I go 360? No, can't go 360. The back skirt armor is kind of in the way. Finally, the head, it's on a ball joint as well. Can go up, down, left, right. Can completely do a 360 and everything. So yeah, the figure is very, very articulated. The wings are up next, and articulation is actually very good in them. So starting things off from the base of the wings, where the backpack is, they can actually be bent upward, and the wings actually have they're in the thrusters with a ball joint, and I'll show you those in a minute, that they can move up and down as well. Of course, they're on there, the hinge onto the backpack, and they can move like that. Opening these guys up is pretty easy, at least for me anyways. You just got to be careful, and they just bend out like that. So like I said, this is on a ball joint right here, so you get a full range of motion and everything. Right here, it's hinge, so the wings can actually move up from the thrusters and away. And that's it. Unfortunately though, the thrusters don't move, but that's no problem. I don't really find that too disheartening. But anyways, with all that shown, and also I forgot, they fold back up really easily. But anyways, with all that shown, now we can go ahead and put the wings back on. And you can see it's three little plugs there, and they go into the holes in the back, like so. Very easy to pop on and off and put away if you put them away in the box or anything like that. Like all Robot Damashis should, this guy has a number of accessories. Lately I've been getting a few figures that have been a little bit light in that department. But anyway, starting things off, we have a couple of Robot Damashii stage attachments. And so you get one piece for the actual backpack where you connect it, and then one piece for the back of the skirt armor. And this is when you transform it into Neo Bird form, I believe. I haven't put it on or connected it or anything like that. But anyways, you get two connectors, and where to move on? Let's go to the shield. The shield's really cool. Really good design on it and everything. Attaches onto the arm with this little plug-in right here, and it can also fold out a little bit, so when you put the shield onto the backpack for Neo bird form, it doesn't get in the way. Really cool that they did this. The cone of the shield pops out. I believe this was because the shield was anti-beam coated. So let's say it was fighting against a mobile suit that had a shield generator. This thing would pop out and break through the shield and whoops, you know, puncture the mobile suit and everything. So really cool that they did that. Of course, I believe I saw it in the show itself. I think Katra was using the mobile suit and they showed it, and he just, you know, used it against some building that was pissing him off. But anyways, moving on, you get 2 beam sabers here, and I'm really happy about that. Of course, they detach from the hilt, so you have no problem. Put one down. Unfortunately, you don't get a place to put the hilts. Usually I would see them in the shoulder armor right here under the white part, I believe, but they felt that that was unnecessary. So anyways, 2 beam sabers. Excuse me. You get 2 machine gun turrets for the shoulders, and they're pretty well sculpted. Nice and neat. You gotta take these white parts off the shoulders separately and then reattach the machine guns. You get a separate torso for the transformation, and that's pretty easy. I'll show you that in part 2. Also, to go along with the transformation, you get a second set of legs showing off the thrusters and all that. You get a number of different hands, and the first one is this set of hands that is actually connected, so you can wield the twin buster rifle at the same time, all together, like in the middle, like that. You of course get a single beam saber holding hand. You don't get 2, but you get a little thumbs up as well. Let's see, there we go. You get 2 trigger finger holding hands for the twin buster rifles, and then you get 2 mid-action posing open hands. And finally, the buster rifle. I have one of the handles out, or placed inside the gun, but it's double handled. One actually can be, or both of them can actually be pushed inward and then folded back into the rifle. They can separate, as you've seen, and they look really good. So let's put some of the stuff on him and see how he looks with all his gear on. Now that this guy has his shield and buster rifle back on, I'm feeling more and more reminiscent of my old days of watching Gundam Wing on Toonami after getting home from school and such. Really happy that they made this figure, because this guy can do a number of different poses and he just looks so good, and you know, I'm so completely happy that they're going to be doing more and more of the Gundam Wing figures or mobile suits. This guy has no limit to his possibility in terms of posing. You can pretty much pull off each pose from the show that you remember him doing. So there's nothing to fear if you buy this guy. And here he is with his beam saber out, ready for some more action. Just another little pose that I can do with him. I'm not really crazy on poses. I just put these guys back in the boxes once I'm done with them. But his wings are open, his beam saber's out, he's giving a little bit of thumbs up hidden in there. Really happy. And now the big question is all this praise I'm giving the figure worth it? Well, for the mobile suit itself, it's very much worth the, what did I pay? I think around close to $40 price tag that I paid for these guys during pre-order. It's very much worth it. The figure poses very well, the articulation is great. And this really opens the door to, you know, the possibility of seeing other robot Damashis. Of course, we're going to get Ultron and the Leo pretty soon, but really makes me hopeful to see a Heavy Arms, a Sandrock, a Death Sight, even a Death Sight Hell. Of course, that will probably be coming out before the first Death Sight. But anyways, it really opens the doors to seeing more Gundam Wing figures, and then also seeing figures from other series, you know. I'd even be happy to see a figure from G Gundam and all that. Just as long as they're done well, of course. But anyways, you know, you don't have to take my word for it. Definitely go out and get this figure for yourself. If you didn't pre-order, it's going to be kind of difficult for you to get your hands on it. because I think they're sold out in most places unless you want to pay the $50 price tag on it now. But anyways, this has been part 1. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the like button if you did, and subscribe if you're a new viewer. Stay tuned for part 2. We should be posting that a little bit later after I, not the same day, but after I post this video. And that's it, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care. Bye.